Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the First Family of Las Vegas's daily free winner show, brought to you by the best website on the planet, your one-stop sports betting shop, Sports Memo. We have a great show, guys, today. I mean, an absolute. With our first week back, we had all-star paddles every day, but Friday we brought out our A team, and I'm very excited about this. A pioneer of the sports betting industry, one of the best-looking guys I know, Mr. Ross Benjamin is here, and we have Nick Parsons, a.k.a. the Insider Room. Welcome, guys. Ross, happy Friday to you. How are you today?
Good morning, guys.
Hey, you know what? Every time I'm with you two, and I don't want to leave Nick out because he's only been on the site for a month, but let me tell you something. Sports Memo got a hell of a handicapper by adding him. So more strength, Joe. Strength in numbers, baby. You know how that goes from New York.
Well, I got to tell you, I want Nick to know now. By the way, good morning, Nick. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Joe. And yeah, thanks a lot, Ross. That's a nice thing to say for sure. And yeah, no, I'm looking forward to the show. Looking forward to a big football season for sure upcoming here.
Well, Ross, I think now that Nick is in, we have to tell him our little secret. This is like the mob, Nick. There's only one way out, and I'm telling you it's death. So we're not letting you leave because we absolutely love you. You're doing great work. You hit the ground running when you came over to Sports Memo. You're on leaderboards. You're doing great work. Before we went on vacation, Dionne and I, we had you on the show. The response was overwhelming, and we love working with you. So I just want you to know you're not going anywhere. We're keeping you with us.
All right, for sure.
I'll tell you this, Nick. I'll go back to the old saying when it comes to the mobsters. Every time I thought I was out, they pulled me right back in.
I love it.
That's exactly right.
And then, you know, there was an old saying in Chicago, Al Capone, he says, you sell my beer or no beer. So you got to be with us, Nick. That's it. This is the best crew there is. No, we're just fooling around, guys. We have a great show. We've got Ross Benjamin. We've got Nick Parsons, a.k.a. the Insider Room. We have a few exciting things we'd like to bring up. First of all, good morning, Dionne.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
It's always a happy Friday. I get to spend time with Ross, Nick, but I get to spend every day with you. And I got to tell you, every day I wake up, I love you more than the day before.
Aww.
And you look very fetching today.
Well, thank you.
And I look forward to, it's our first week back. And I was telling Ross and Nick, sports fans, that, we were so anxious to get back to work. But like Friday, after your first week back at school, you got to see your friends, your favorite teachers, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Your football, baseball, whatever you took part of. You went to go meet the coaches. You went to go meet the team, the players you haven't seen all summer. I'm very happy to be back. But Friday, I'm already running out of breath.
You wanted to play hooky?
We're going to play hooky today. I think today was going to be a cut day if it wasn't for the fact that we love you guys. We love Ross and Nick so much. But having said that, there's a few things we'd like to tell you about. How about last night, the Hall of Fame game, guys? Football is back. You waited 6 long months for it. Grab a helmet, lace up your cleats, put on your jockstrap, because we got the best collection of college and pro football campers anywhere on the planet right here at Sports Memo. I've got to tell you, Hall of Fame game was exciting. Now, I will tell you, I talked with Nick a little bit before the show. I'm always a hometown guy. Guys, no matter where I go, I'm always going to be a Yankee. And I always root for New York teams, but I've been in Las Vegas for 32 years. But this stuff has got to stop. All right? They're all over, not just the sport, every page in the sports page. I got pictures of Raiders. Now, I had the Raiders last night, and I'm happy for anybody that followed me. But, guys, they're treating it here in the Reader Journal and in all the local papers like they won, like they're already polishing the Lombardi Trophy. Guys, got a lot of football to be played. It's a good team. They got a good coach. They got some new exciting players.
Look at who they played against.
But I know it's like being the toughest guy in the smartest guy in special ed. I mean, the Jacksonville Jaguars are not. There's talent on that team. They're just not a great team. But they're already writing it up every day. It's kind of like being a high school team, like in some place where you got just like maybe 3,000 people in the town. And all you hear about is the high school football team, the high school baseball team, the basketball team. Also, what I thought was real funny.
Well, it's the same thing. It's the same thing with the Golden Knights with them. I mean, as soon as the Golden Knights start winning, man, that's all we hear about. Golden Knights, Golden Knights, Golden Knights. And then as soon as they start losing, man, you hear absolutely nothing.
Which was a very fickle town, Nick and Ross. I first came here, and I'll still argue, and it's not because I'm a Las Vegan, that the greatest college basketball team of all time was that 89-90 Rebels team. Never, and that's not before and not since, have I ever seen a team that good, that complete, that explosive. They could do everything. But I will tell you this. 2 years later, when they started losing, I saw more blue shirts in the stands for Kansas than I saw for UNLV, and it was ridiculous. Very fickle town. Same thing with the hockey. Now, I'm all for it. Now, the Golden Knights did a lot for the city of Las Vegas.
They did so.
We had, the tragedy, the October 11th tragedy. They brought the town together, and I think they did a lot for the town. But every year, as soon as they win one game, championship's ours again, which is good. I mean, it's it's positive thinking.
You got to believe in something.
You got to believe. Yeah, I still believe. Yeah.
You know what, Joe? Any team with Jack Eichel on it is going to be there. There's going to be dissension in the locker room. Sorry, I've experienced him for 6 years here in Western New York. Great player. It'll put up numbers, but he's about as conducive to a good culture as the devil. So I'm being a little harsh, but anyway, yeah, it's good. Anything that brings them together. As far as the Raiders go, look, that's a tough division, the AFC West. Let's not get carried away with a preseason game in which Jacksonville played none of their frontline players. So the Buffalo Bills will win the AFC. Folks.
I love it. Nick, let me ask you this. And I didn't prep anything. This is all off the cuff.
Yeah.
I picked up the newspaper today. I didn't look at scores last night. I woke up at 2 a.m. She made coffee. I took a shower. She took a shower. Got the paper. And on the baseball page, the Angels hit 7 solo home runs.
They lost. Yeah.
And they still lost. I don't know if that's ever happened before, Nick. I mean,
6 times, Joe. 6 times in Major League Baseball history.
That is crazy. I know. And they lost 8-7 there in Oakland.
Yeah.
And so they decided to keep Ohtani, of course. They're going to keep him for another year and see how that pans out. And now they're up in Seattle, and it's an interesting matchup there. That's Sandoval against Ray there tonight. And so, coming off a win there, a loss there. I'm not sure. I mean, they're a huge dog against Ray, who's really picked his stuff up over the last couple of months.
He's struggled, though, Nick, over the last 4 starts or so. So,
right.
Yeah, I'll be real leery to lay a big number.
Well, I got to tell you, Ross, if I hit 7 home runs and I still lose him, that's like me sucker punching the guy, and him just looking at you like, is that all you got?
Yeah.
You give him all you got. No, 7 solo home runs. They couldn't get a guy on base. It's fun stuff. They're already taking odds that Ohtani will be wearing a different uniform next year, but we'll see. A lot of fun stuff, but let's go. We've got a few things, other exciting things real quick, and then we're going to get to some free plays for everybody for today's action, guys. The first meet and greet for Wager Talk and Sports Memo was a huge success. We're doing another one August 19th and 20th at the Westgate Superbook in the clubhouse. You can come and meet all your favorite Sports Memo, Wager Talk personalities. A lot of the guys are going to be here. Your favorite cappers, your favorite bosses, your favorite writers, all the staff, which I got to tell you is a treat by itself because we have the best supporting staff in the history of the world. So come on out. Come meet your favorite Wager Talk and Sports Memo personalities August 19th and 20th at the Superbook at the Westgate. We've got some basketball contests, some golf contests. We're going to be giving away some swag bags, some real fun stuff. God knows, maybe we'll be even giving away, raffling off some season packages. I don't know. That's just an idea. But even Dan and I are taking part in the swag bag. We ordered some things yesterday. We got a big surprise for everybody. Come there. So come meet your favorite Sports Memo and Wager Talk cappers. Also, guys, this is big. Because of you, we hit the 5,000 subscriber mark on YouTube. Guys, we need your help. We have a new goal, and we can't do it without you. 10,000 subscribers. We want to do it during football, and only you can help us get there. And I have to tell you, just the last few days, Johnny Detroit, our fearless leader, Chris, who is our producer, the best producer in the business, and I sat down. We've got the best fall schedule you will ever see. We're going to revolutionize video programming in this business this fall. You don't want to miss any of it. Hit that subscribe button. It's explosive.
So you won't miss out on anything.
And Dionne has a couple of things she'd like to tell you about.
We do. Joey and I have an amazing discount going on right now. Second half of MLB for just $2.99. All you have to do is use code 1STFAM299 upon checkout. And for anybody on the FF show, the rest of this week, you can get $30 off any 7-day all access or a 7-day MLB pass. All you have to do is use code PITCH7 upon checkout. The MLB pass comes down to less than $7 a day, and the all access pass comes to under $10 a day. So it is an amazing deal. You do not want to miss out on those. You have a couple more days to get those. And also, we do have a ton of college and pro football early bird discounts for a limited time. So make sure you hop on them head on over to the site.
Sports fans, the customer appreciation you receive from Sports Memo is unrivaled. You can follow Ross, Nick. You can follow any of your favorite cappers. Follow one, follow more, because these customer appreciation discounts are really inexpensive. I don't want to use the word cheap because there's nothing cheap about the quality of service you receive from these cappers, but they are. They're cheap as dirt, man. I mean, you can't get a lap dance from a Boulder.
Careful.
A Boulder Highway stripper for $5 or $7 a day. So follow them, guys. These are amazing. And Ross and Nick, we have a nice surprise for everybody. As Dionne mentioned, anybody on the First Family Show, each week we're going to have a different discount. And that will be for anybody that's on the First Family. Every week we're going to have a new discount. And it's because we want to say thank you to all those great cappers that contribute, like Ross and Nick. So without any further ado, we had a lot of small talk. Let's go into the big talk. We're going to go to a pioneer of the sports betting industry. Guys, he's the best-looking guy I know, but he's been walking it like he talks it for decades. He is one of the best in the history of this business, and he's still on leaderboards right now over at Sports Memo. He's got some great things he wants to tell you about on the premium side, and he's got another free play winner for you. Ross Benjamin, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. I echo the sentiments about Sports Memo. I've been a handicapper on the site and part of the site for a little over a year now, since last April, actually. And I have been on a lot of sites, Joey and Dionne, over the years. And their customer service and the way they take care of us is second to none. So very proud to be on there. Now, having said that, now that I got the ass kissing out of the way, my NFL preseason last night, I had the over 30.5 in the Raiders and Jaguars game, and that cashed in. Since I started with Sports Memo, my NFL preseason picks are 11-6, and that includes 9-2 with my last 11. Prior to joining Sports Memo, I've been independently documented at another site, which is a competitor I'm not going to mention, but since 2011, my NFL preseason picks have gone 58-40. That's good for 58%. And you know what? Anybody who tells you they can't make money on the NFL preseason is absolutely out of their mind, or they're dealing with somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. Major League Baseball, 4% or better plays, 53-33 since the start of, actually since April 21st of last year. That's good for 62%. And folks, I don't give out big chalks. And those players that have followed me over that course of time have made $7,585 with those selections. So a lot of good things going on. Check me out, Ross Benjamin, experts icon at the top of the page. Scroll down menu. Ross Benjamin shows you all my recent streaks. All right, let's get to the free pick. The Atlanta Braves at the New York Mets tonight, 7:10 p.m. Eastern time from Citi Field in Flushing. And it'll be right-hander Ian Anderson for the Atlanta Braves and Taijuan Walker for the New York Mets. The Mets currently right now at DraftKings are -135, and there's a total of 8.5. The Mets did win the opening game of this 5-game series. That's right, a 5-game series. 6-4 yesterday. The Braves have now dropped 4 of their last 5 on the road. The Mets, on the other hand, have won 9 of their last 10 games and scored 6 runs or more in 7 of those 10 games. The Mets, an outstanding 34-13 in division games this year, 53-23 as a money line favorite of -110 or greater this year. The Mets have only hit 110 home runs in 105 games, but with an asterisk, 14 home runs in their last 7, including 4 last night, with 3 coming from new acquisitions at the trade deadline, Tyler Nyquin and Daniel Vogelbach. Ian Anderson of the Atlanta Braves will be the starter, as I alluded to, and he's been erratic over his last 13 starts with a 5.68 ERA and a 1.60 WHIP. On the other hand, Taijuan Walker, 7 home starts this year, a 1.93 ERA. That's getting it done. 18 starts overall, a very good 2.79 ERA. Walker is 22-7 as a money line favorite of -110 or greater since the start of last year, and 5 career starts against the Atlanta Braves. In those 5 starts, Walker had a 2.80 ERA and a microscopic 0.84 WHIP. You guessed it, folks. I'm going with the New York Mets here, the red-hot New York Mets, -135 over the Atlanta Braves for my free pick on Friday, August the 5th.
Ross Benjamin, he's doing some great work over at Sports Memo. And guys, numbers don't lie. Go follow him over at Sports Memo after this show, and you will follow him all the way to the bank. He says, take the Mets. And by the way, Ross, we get it. You like to be whipped. That's your. Well, I love you. I love you, Ross. Guys,
Yeah.
Ross Benjamin's going to take off. What?
I do too.
She said, I do too. You're not supposed to tell everybody that. Ross is going to take off. He's got some things. He's walking like he's talking. He gets his bets in, and he's got to put some more plays up, winning plays for you over at Sports. Well, Ross, I want to thank you. I know it's Friday. No meat on the menu tonight. Today, I'm doing tuna steak.
Yeah.
Tuna steak. I eat tuna steak. So I just wanted you to know it's either that or aglio tonight. So no aglio tonight.
It's a fish fry Friday here, buddy. You
Fish
know,
fry.
Western New York, fish fries on Friday. You know,
Well, we're coming over. We're going to bring wine and cannoli, okay?
Yeah,
We're just
there
letting
you go.
Ross,
There
to you and your beautiful family, God bless. Good luck this weekend, and we'll see you next week. Thank you for
guys.
See you later,
Look
Ross.
forward to seeing you on Mondays too. And
You got it.
Monday and Friday now with Joe and Dionne and Nick. Welcome aboard. And Sports Memo gained another great handicapper with Nick Parsons.
Thanks a lot, Ross.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Guys, you got to love Ross. Go follow Ross after the show. He's got some great discounts. And I got to tell you, you do something once, you do something twice, you're lucky. Do something over decades, and you're only Ross Benjamin. He's been winning for decades. Go follow him over at Sports Memo. I know he's got to take off. We're going to go to the First Lady of Vegas right now, who is all over the WNBA and the MLB leaderboards. And by the way, guys, just to remind you, I had to look this up. I didn't know until last week. Guess who finished second in college football last year? First Lady of Vegas. Kicked down the door of a male-dominated industry, and she broke it down, finished second in college football. Nick's going to come back in just one moment. He's got a free play for you. Dionne, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. I am a perfect 4-0 my last 4 MLB releases with a profit of $2,200, and 5-1 my last 6 WNBA releases with a profit of $2,220. Today, I have winners in both with my 80% MLB clear the bases and WNBA high roller plays, both posted over at Sports Memo for just $15 a piece. And today's free play takes place in the NL West, where San Diego Padres take on the Los Angeles Dodgers in a divisional showdown at Dodgers Stadium. The Padres are hot, winning 5 of their last 6. Today, they send Sean Manaea to the mound. Manaea is 6-5 with a 4.25 ERA. The left-hander will be making his 20th start of the season and will face the Dodgers for the second time. His first outing did not go well. In his 4th start as a Padre, he gave up 7 runs, including 6 earned on 6 hits and 3 walks in 4 1/3 innings. The Dodgers have also been hot, winning 5 consecutive games. They counter with Tony Gonsolin today. Gonsolin is 12-1 with a 2.41 ERA. The right-hander will also make his 20th start today. His only start against the Padres this season, he allowed 1 run on 4 hits and no walks, with 8 strikeouts in 7 2/3 innings. And when Gonsolin starts, the Dodgers are 15-4. Los Angeles has already beaten San Diego in 5 of their last 7 meetings this season, and they will do it again today. Wow. I am taking the Dodgers today.
First Lady of Vegas is take the Dodgers. Guys, she's been winning in multiple sports. So after the show, go follow her. We got some of these great discounts. I'm very proud of you. You're doing great work. WNBA, MLB, and I'm gunning for you because I want the number 1 spot in college football this year.
You're gonna have to duke it out with me and Dr. Chuck for that spot.
Let me tell you something. It's going to be one of us. I want it to be me, though. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to give you any special treatment. I'm going to whoop your ass.
Well, we'll make a nice little bet between the two of us.
We'll make a bet. I'm still trying to get you to cook a meal, though. That's all. I'm going to pay for that one, Nick. Nick is married, so he knows what I'm talking about. Guys, Nick Parsons has got a great reputation, and we were very fortunate to have him come over to Sports Memo. Since he has come over to Sports Memo, he's been all over leaderboards. We were happy to have him kind of break him in on the video show with the First Family Show a few weeks ago. Then we went on hiatus, but we're happy to have him back. He's going to be a regular on this show, and we've got some exciting things coming in the fall schedule. Hopefully, Nick will be a part of that. Nick, you're doing great work. I know you've got some free stuff you're going to give out, but can you tell everybody what's been going on the premium side and what they can expect from you possibly during football season, please? The floor is yours.
For sure, Joe. And I feel fortunate being here at Sports Memo. Just to echo what Ross said, everybody, the customer service has been fantastic. I know just for the customers and for us as the handicappers as well. And I've had a lot of fun here. July was just fantastic. We had an unbelievable July. Looking ahead to football, last year we did finish the playoffs and the Super Bowl on a 9-1 run. We're currently on a 7-3, 70% CFL run. So we got CFL plays up. We are up big overall for the baseball season. And so, yeah, you can check all of our records. I mean, it's a really competitive field over there at Sports Memo, Joe. We got the best handicappers in the world. So it's difficult to stay on those leaderboards all the time because these guys are just pumping out winners every single day. And so, listen, we have great records. You go check out the leaderboards over at Sports Memo, and the Insiders Room is going to be on there. But, yeah, for this free play, Joe, I'm looking at the Edmonton Elks on Saturday night. They traveled to BC, and I'm not going to call for an outright win here for the lowly Edmonton Elks, but I think that the stage is set for a much tighter game than what the odds makers are trying to lead us to believe here. So I will be suggesting to grab as many points as you can with Edmonton as it travels to BC. So yeah, Edmonton, it's just 2-5. BC is 5-1, but that's straight up. They're a little more evenly matched when we look against the spread here. Edmonton is 3-4 against the spread. BC is 4-2 against the spread. Now, the Elks, they opened the season with 3 straight losses, and that included a blowout 59-15 loss here at BC in week 1. Now, after that, Edmonton has been trading wins and losses over its last 4 games. It's coming off a 24-10 home loss to Winnipeg as an 8.5-point underdog, but it's had its bye week, so it's had a week off to prepare for that. It does have revenge on its mind here from that week 1 loss against BC, and so I think that the Elks do catch the Lions at a perfect time here. So again, I'm going to stop short in calling for the outright upset. But yeah, this is a bit of a trap game for sure for the Lions. They're off back-to-back wins. They won on the road as a favorite in Saskatchewan last weekend. And they have to get geared up for this game here at home against the lowly Elks. And then after that, they have 2 straight on the road, including a much more difficult and important game at Calgary next weekend. So as primarily a situational handicapper, this is the type of game that falls right into my wheelhouse. I think that, BC is tired. It's going to look past Edmonton. Edmonton is hungry. It's rested. It has revenge on its mind. And so, as I said, I'm not calling for the outright, but I think this one's going to be close, Joe. And so I am going to suggest a play on Edmonton plus 10.5 on Saturday night.
Nick Parsons of the Insiders Room doing great work over at Sports Memo. He says, take the points with Edmonton, and he says, revenge. And Nick, I'm Sicilian. I know a lot about revenge. I'll tell you that. Guys, go follow Nick. He's been all over the leaderboard since he's come over, and we are lucky to have him here at Sports Memo.
Thank you, sir.
And the First Family is lucky to have you on this show, so thank you. And he's going to be a regular, we hope. We got to sign
Absolutely.
him. We got to lock him in. Nick, would you stick around for 2 minutes while I give out a free play?
Well, you
Let's
already
do it.
told him that once he's in,
Once I'm telling you, that was a nice way of saying it. You can't leave. We're not letting you go. Let me tell you, you're part of the
All
family
right.
now. Nick's going to come back in just a moment, guys, because we really do enjoy him. I really like having Nick on the show. He's so professional and so wonderful. He's the yin to my yang because God knows I'm the most unprofessional guy in the world.
And what's nice too is he has a different
angle
and take on other things, and he also is just like Pavlos. He informs us of soccer that we don't know much about.
Well, Nick is very, Nick is very.
He comes on today
he
and
covers a few more sports than I do and you do, and I learn a lot from Nick. This is the second time he's on the show. Second time I've learned something, guys. He's going to come back in just 1 minute, but be sure to follow Nick Parsons, aka Insiders Room, over at Sports Memo. There's some great discounts there. You'll follow Nick, and you're going to follow him all the way to the bank. Guys, my NFL Hall of Fame game got everyone paid last season. 7-3 in NFL preseason action on premium plays. I won another 6-0 on free plays. That's documented. I have a nice preseason discount for just $99. And my baseball is El Fuego. For those of you that are not bilingual, that means on fire. Over the last month, $100 bettors are up over $5,330. Today, we continue to beat the books on the diamond. I have my legendary MLB Grand Slam play. My Grand Slams are on a 7-0 run. Everything is documented at Sports Memo. And over the last 5 years, they're documented over 75%. Get on my hot streak, get paid, hit a Grand Slam with me today. I have this available right now at Sports Memo, just $10. Guys, yesterday's free play was a winner here on the show. I got another one today. Get ready. Guys, it is a fact that the Texas Rangers have taken 3 straight meetings with the Chicago White Sox, including game 1 of this series. But if the White Sox are going to make a move in the Central, the division's best road team has got to start now. I threw in the let me try to think of so like that they are the division's best road team. Dylan Cease and Glenn Otto are slated to take the mound today. Cease 11-4 with a 2.01 on the campaign. Otto, you know what I like about Otto?
What?
His name's spelled backwards is Otto. Otto was 4-7 with a Nick is laughing backstage. Otto 4-7 with a 5.50 mark this season. Chicago starter has been tough all season long. However, when he takes it on the road, when he travels, he takes it up a notch. Right-hander 6-1 with a 1.30. That's an anemic ERA in 9 road starts this season. And let's face it, he is striking out batters like he gets paid a bonus to do so. He's fanned 161 in just 16 and 2/3 innings pitched. On the other end, Otto struggled badly, guys. The right-hander 0-5 with a 7.11 in his past 7 starts. At home, things don't get any better for the Rice product. You know, this guy was touted highly. I think the Yankees drafted him out of Rice. This season, he's 2-3 with a whopping 7.39 ERA and 7 starts in Arlington. Look for the White Sox lineup to jump all over the struggling 26-year-old here. This is the game Chicago needs to get back on track and make a move, and I think they're going to do just that, folks. The Rangers, 1-7 the last 8 at home, 1-10 the last 11 versus teams with a winning record, 1-4 the last 5 versus right-handed starters, and 1-7 the last 8 following a win. Guys, they're just atrocious. These numbers are horrible, these trends and streaks. The White Sox do need to get back on track. I think this is the game they do it. Take the White Sox on the run here, folks. Let's bring Nick back. We got a couple of announcements. We're going to run down the free plays. Dionne, you've got a couple of discounts.
We do. Joey and I have that amazing deal for the second half of MLB for just $2.99. All you have to do is use code 1STFAM 299 upon checkout. And for any of the amazing handicappers on this show this week, you only got a couple more days left. You can get 7-day all access or 7-day pass of MLB, $30 off. All you have to do is use code PITCH7 upon checkout. That comes down to $7 a day on the MLB package and less than $10 a day on the 7-day all access pass. We also do have some amazing discounts going on right now for college and pro football for some early bird specials, but those discounts will not be there much longer. So make sure you head on over to the site and take advantage of those discounts before they disappear.
Before we run down the free plays and have one more announcement, Nick, any closing thoughts or comments? It's Friday. The weekend's coming up. Next week, we got a full slate of NFL preseason. Any closing thoughts or comments for our guests?
Yeah, I didn't play the preseason game last night, but I do love the preseason. And just like Ross had said, there is opportunity, and I know that you and Diane have both said the same thing. There is opportunities to make money in the preseason, and so I'm definitely looking forward to it. I just didn't see any value last night. That was a difficult game last night. I'm glad you cashed out there, Joe. But yeah, looking ahead, as I say, we have that 9-1 NFL run intact coming over from the playoffs and Super Bowl last year. That's going to be on the line next weekend.
Well, Nick, I'm going to let you behind the curtain a little bit. When I'm doing NFL preseason, it is a totally different monster than doing regular season handicapping, guys.
Absolutely.
I don't look at stats and trends and streaks. I look a little bit about certain coaches that try harder in the preseason. I'll look at things like depth charts. I'll look at things like, hey, do you have a new coach who's looking to make a splash right away? Do you have certain teams that are touted to win 5, 6, 7, 8 games in the regular season? Do they want to get their fans excited, maybe boost season ticket sales? I look at different things in the preseason. I don't look at, there's very little logic that I put in the regular season that apply in the preseason. Some teams and some coaches try in preseason. I'll be honest, and very little regular season logic applies in the preseason. But there is golden them there are hills,
Absolutely.
If you pick your spots in any sport and any time of year, and only move when something offers you value, you'll be on the plus side more times than you're not. And that's why following people like Nick, Dionne, Ross, the other great cappers at Sports Memo. Let's run down some free plays. Ross, who had to jump over on a plane, he's going to do a bikini shoot over in Pago Pago.
Oh, man.
He had the Mets minus 135. Dionne, what did you have?
I am taking the Dodgers today.
My good buddy Nick, Insider's Room. What did you have for everybody today?
I have the Elks on Saturday night at plus 10.5.
SATURDAY night. All right, Joey, your sexy, savory host, has the White Sox minus 1.5. Guys, Sports Memo has the best collection of cappers anywhere on the planet, so go follow Sports Memo Twitter page. Each one of us cappers post a lot of free stuff. You get futures, you get odds, you get great columns by our good buddy Eric Pauly, who participates and contributes to this show. Guys, go follow them. Also, Dionne, why don't we follow the guys here? Ross is at Ross Benjamin.
Ross is at Ross Benjamin
Benjamin
1.
one.
You can find Nick Parsons over at the Insiders Room. You can find myself over at the First Lady of Vegas. And Joey, you can find him over at Joe D'Amico Wins. So don't forget to go ahead and check out our Twitter pages and follow all of us.
I make her nervous.
And don't forget to tune in next week for some more free winners and a ton of special guests. On behalf of Ross, Nick, and us, this is the First Family of Vegas, and have a beautiful weekend.
Good luck, everyone.
Thanks,
and have
guys.
a great day. Bye-bye now.